Hi, and welcome to today's video. On my first video, my friend Amy suggested that I take 15 thrifted pieces and tell you why I picked them up. I thought this was a pretty good idea, and knowing that I was going to be going for a big thrift adventure, I thought I'd just pull 15 items out of that batch and tell you why I bought them. I live in Northern Virginia, and we have a store here called Be Thrifty, and their prices are great every day, but they have like sales around government holidays for like the Saturday and like the Monday sale, and then everything in the store is half off. So I knew I was going to do really well. I went there in January for MLK Day, and I ended up spending like $5.80, and that was at half off, and got a ton of amazing inventory. This time I didn't get quite as much. I think I spent like $3.38, and there weren't as many like heavy hitters. A lot of bread and butter brands. You hear that phrase a lot. I'll call some other ones like peanut butter and jelly brands because they're like a little bit of a step up. But there's some interesting pieces and maybe some things you didn't think about. And I'm going to just go over a little. I've got this table is covered with crap. But I'm going to try to keep it to 15 items so the video is not too long. First thing I'm going to talk about are comfort shoes. These are Sash shoes. They're hideous. We can all get that out of the way. But you do end up with a certain number of people who are older, fixed income people on a budget that need these kind of shoes. And this Sass is a really expensive brand of shoe for these people. So they're always looking. Sometimes they sit a little bit longer for me, but they always sell. And I paid $3 for these. And I'm going to get like $50 out of them. Hopefully this summer, hopefully in the next couple of months, they won't sit too long. But anything that's a real heavy hitter comfort brand, and it would behoove you to look those up and see what they are. I mean, Clark's could be considered a comfort brand, but honestly, Clark's for me doesn't do as well as some of these brands. So look them up. I might recommend them for men and women. The sneakers, all sizes, they're double wides, anything that provides just a little bit more support for, the more mature, person on Poshmark or eBay that's looking, but they sell every time. I'm gonna hit another pair of shoes that are a little silly, but a little fun, because today is like the 18th of February, and St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and these are cute, and these are $3. So these are basically topical, seasonal, in great shape. Lucky brand, were $3. It's the only reason I bought them. People are always looking for that fun little thing around Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, a little extra stuff. In fact, I ended up mailing out 2 items this morning that had, clovers on them, I'm assuming for St. Patrick's Day coming up. But always look, make sure you allow yourself enough time for these to be sitting. A week is enough time for it to sit in your closet. I would have liked to have had these out last week, actually. So just make sure you give yourself enough time to put topical things out, because you're not going to sell it like that. People want to know they're going to have it in time. That's another one. This is a brand of 7 for All Mankind jeans that I tend to say do not sell well in women's. However, this is their Gen 7 line, which when I first saw this, I didn't realize it was 7 for All Mankind. And I wouldn't call it a diffusion line, because I think of the diffusion as like the lower end brands, like Ismael Marant has like a Toile, and some of them it's just a lower level of more affordable stuff. These I wouldn't call more affordable. I would just call it a line within the brand. And people tend to be paying up for these. And I was lucky enough to find a new with tag pair, and I paid up for these at half off for $10. But when I picked up a pair of these at Goodwill that were like in brand new practical condition but did not have the tags on them, I sold them for $50. So I'm hoping these are going to go for a little bit more. But they're just like basic jeans. It's a quality denim piece. They happen to have this raw hem on them. But this brand in particular, because I've had experience with it, so maybe a new to you line for 7 for All Mankind is called Gen 7. Jen, like a girl's name, not like generation. But those are pretty cool. Another type of piece, I had to look this up because I wasn't familiar with this, and I might have to put my glasses on. Okay, yep. This brand is called Hand Jive, and I ended up paying $3 for this. This is the category art to wear. I think it's akin, not fully on board with it, akin to like the lag and look lovers, if you know what that is, that oversized look. This isn't quite that, but it has so many elements going for it, like the unique buttons. And the related fabric here that's got all like the bumps in it, the neat pieces. There's like a piece across the back. The sleeves are kind of neat in a different medium. This is a piece that we'd use keywords on, calling it art to wear. And there's a certain portion of the population that loves this. Like you art teachers, you kind of think of that, the people that you like knew in, school, the cool teacher, like the cool grandma. Like there are a couple people that used to dress like this that I used to think, oh, I want to kind of dress like that when I'm old. And I'm getting there sooner than I realize. But the art to wear pieces are neat. Always look them up, because I did look up this brand Hand Jive. And some of these pieces were going for $50. And this one I only ended up paying $3 for. So that's a really good pickup for me. That was in my cart, new to me, but the style is something to always look out for. Bob Mackie sometimes has pieces that are considered art to wear, but the brand itself isn't like a stellar brand. I think QVC carries that mostly now. It's not Bob Mackie of the Cher 1970 Sonny and Cher show, Bob Mackie costume designer days, but sometimes some of those pieces, they're worth looking up. Like do a Google image search of them, rather than look them up, because I don't think you're going to find the style as easily as you do some other ones by looking up the tag. Okay, moving on. This is a piece that confuses some people for some reason. The little alligator. Now this is Lacoste, not Izod. Remember when I was in school, Izod and Lacoste were like the same thing. There was a time where the Lacoste brand merged with Izod to promote and sell the product in the US. And they wanted to get it out into the market, but what it really did was sort of cheapen the brand. And it took them years to be able to kind of separate the two brands against it. But still people from, I think, my age still remember that as being Izod, and it is not. Not only is this not Izod, it is Lacoste Vintage. This is a very, very vintage tag, if you can see it. And these have historically done very well for me. I steer clear of a lot of vintage unless I personally love it, but I sell this every time I find it. And this was in really great clean shape. It's a men's piece, so it does very, very well. Okay, this is a pair of men's pants I bought from the brand Paul Frederick. You might know that from the catalog brand, or the more online brand now. They do a lot of suits and business wear, not so much casual wear. They sell some of that, but it doesn't do as well. But these are a pair of men's pants, and these are a big size. And I find that men's very large sizes do very well for me. But these are a pair of Paul Frederick size 52. 52W, and these are linen, which is another factor that makes them sell. Linen pants and linen items, I don't know why they do so well. Do you like linen? I don't like linen. I feel like I sit down and I look like I slept in my clothes, and I just do not like it. But people go nuts for linen, crazy people. But anyway, these are like a black and white linen, brand new, checked pair of pants. These do not have the hem, so these are the ones that you'd have to hem yourself. But I looked these up, and these pants were like $162 new. And what did I pay? Did I tell you that already? $4. I paid $4 for these. So I'm expecting a pretty decent return on these. There are things in my closet that I will buy knowing that it might sit until I find that perfect customer. But just knowing that perfect customer is out there. I have a closet of about 15,000 pieces, and my entire basement in my house is stored, so I can afford to let things sit for a while until that buyer is there if I just feel really strongly about it. And this might be one of those pieces. I don't know if I've ever sold a pair this large. We're gonna see how this does. But that's why I picked that one. It's kind of fun. Have you tried the soda poppy that all these people are talking about and they're claiming it's great? It's not. They're liars. Any soda that has apple cider vinegar in it is not your friend. I'm trying to drink it because I spent a lot on it, but these people have substandard taste buds if they think this stuff tastes good. Yuck. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, this is an Athleta piece. Athleta is not doing as well as it once did. But this piece is a really heavy jacket. So there's some money still to be made here. It's in really great condition. It's black. It's got like a bit of a waterfall. It's an extra small, which is a hindrance, but I'm going to put oversized in the title because I'm a very busty lady and I can put this on in an extra small, and that never happens. But it's a really substantial piece. It's really nice. It's very well made. It's something you'd want to put on after a workout. So the fact of the matter is I paid $2.50 for this. So the brand, it being a good brand, it being nicely oversized, black is a factor for me too. I don't like to photograph black stuff, but black will go with anything. So people pick up black clothing. And the fact that I paid $2.50 for it, I couldn't leave this one behind. It's a nice pickup. Okay. This, on my part, is pure speculation. The brand Soft Surroundings is in the process of going out of business and liquidating. So sometimes when that happens, you end up getting a rush on some of their items, people that are like the die-hard, people that love the product. So I was specifically looking to find some soft surrounding pieces. This was one of them. I paid $3 for it. It's like a mauve shirt. It's not as fascinating as some other pieces are, but it's heavyweight. It feels really nice. Most of their stuff feels really nice. It's got some tassels on them, and if you look, the tassels are clean and they're crisp. A lot of times after these have been washed, they look a little rough and you gotta brush them and clean them up. But this looks like this has never been washed or maybe even worn. And I paid $3 for it. So speculating that because the brand is going out of business, there will be some demand for the product. And if not now, at some point in the not so distant future. This piece is a Wrangler short sleeve pearl snap shirt. Pearl snaps always sell. Not for a lot of money. This is a bread and butter piece. It's also short sleeves. It's also a giant size, big size for a large man. So I ended up paying $2 for this. If that, $2? Yeah, $2 for this. So for that, I might only get $25 for this, but that's like when you look at the margins, that's a pretty good turnover. So it's really the only pearl snap I was able to find this day. And you know, my husband would probably wear it too. He likes short sleeve shirts. He doesn't like to wear the long sleeve shirts. Okay, this is one that you might not know of. This is a jacket, and I'll tell you what I paid for it before I tell you what it is. Will I tell you? Let's see. Okay, I paid $7 for this. This is a Holland American Cruise Line piece. It's a substantial jacket. It's got a hood. It's fleece lined. It's really heavy. I have bought so many cruise line pieces. Royal Caribbean, Holland America is primarily the one that I like to pick up because they seem to have really expensive pieces. It's not a cheaper cruise line, it's a more expensive cruise line. So I imagine this coat probably went on the ship for close to like $180 would be my guess. I have never picked up a piece of Holland America stuff in good condition that I've resold that I haven't resold. There's not a single one left in my closet. Disney Cruise Lines, people love to have this stuff. People, you get these older people that are on these ships several times a year, don't want to lay it out, but would really like to have a piece like this, or where they had one and they lost it, or they wish they bought one and they didn't. But cruise line wear in good condition, I'm not going to say Carnival. I'm not going to put that in that category because that's like the fun ship and the stuff's not real expensive to begin with on there. But some of these cruise line brands will do really well. I would put this akin to Disney parks clothing. If you buy like a substantial piece that you can only get in the park, how people like to buy that. This may be a little bit more, but if you're used to that, think of it along the lines if you see these. Don't sleep on them, because this is some of the stuff, like, you know, if you ever see like a really nice Peter Millar piece and then it has like a golf club on it, like like Cedar's Golf Lounge or something. No one wants that piece because it's marked up with a company that they've never heard of. This is one you don't want to sleep on. I think people often leave this behind because it's marked with a cruise ship. Why would anybody want to walk around and wear that? But people really do. This is a really good pickup for me. And $10, clean, practically new. I think I might get like 80 bucks out of it. Alrighty, this is C&C California. Something I almost didn't pick up, but it is new with tags. It's basic. You know, C&C usually has like some nice linen pieces. It's a good quality. This has got a hood on it. It's a dress. It's new with tags. It was a whopping $5 for me. But this is also a sun SPF cover-up. Looks like you can wear it, well, not even a cover-up, but a dress that you would wear with SPF protection in the fabric. This is going to be a really, really cool piece for spring and summer. I have sold a lot of like travel gear with the SPF protection in it, and it's done well. Some golf gear with it in it. Never sits if I buy that. So something to look for is the stuff going into the spring and summer months that is a good brand. Make sure it's a brand that people know before you put in the factor of it having the SPF in there. Like, don't buy everything as SPF protection. Make sure it's a piece that people are going to know. But this was a really fun find for me. In fact, until I picked up this one, I didn't realize that CNC actually made pieces like this. So this is fun, and I really look forward to seeing how well this is going to do, because I couldn't find one of these when I was trying to run comps. But running comps on the dresses and stuff, I was comfortable enough with it that this would really do nicely for me. This is simply just a Tahari, new with tags, larger size, really pretty linen blouse. Again, it's the linen factor. Linen is not for me. It already needs to be steamed just from being in the bag a short amount of time before I brought it home. I paid $7 for this, new with tags, but they had it. The original retail on this was $130. So Tahari's not even the best brand, but I think the fact that it's linen, it's a pretty piece, and it's new with tags is going to do well. It's gonna fit into the category of someone who's more mature wanting this, and I don't mind some mature brands. Mature people spend money like anyone else, so just doesn't have to be something you like. Just realize that when you're shopping, that you don't have to like it, you don't have to wear it. You can hate it, like those ugly sash shoes that I'm sure none of us really like, but someone's gonna want that. Okay, this is something I kind of hemmed and hawed on because it's a brand I don't pick up. But this is the awful Fashion Nova. But what this is a new with tags Fashion Nova coverall. And if you see the trends and what people are buying now, everybody wants these. The young girls love this look, and surprising for Fashion Nova, this is really well-made, quality done. I'm like, I really like it. It's got elastic at the back in the right places. I paid $5 for this. I'm hoping to sell it for like $50. I recently picked up at Red, White, and Blue in Maryland 3 Good American single union suits. And then I ended up getting union suits, same thing as the coverall. And then I ended up getting 2 Free People, like light gray shorts ones with short sleeves, and they were shorts, but they were still like the coverall design. The Free People ones went for my asking price, both of them for $120 on eBay. And the Good American ones all sold for $90, except for the one that my daughter, who wears a size 4, I hate her, confiscated, and it looked adorable on her. And so she ended up taking that one for herself. But every one that I had in my closet sold. So I have another one that's a Target collab that I recently put up that's kind of in this colorway, this like a beigey tan cream colorway, that didn't have tags on it. I don't remember the name of the collab, but it was a Target collab. And I put it for $50 because you can't get it anymore, and comps showed me that I could list it for about that. And you know, if I get 35 of it, I'll be thrilled. But a lot of likes. I think it's got like 35 likes on it. It's funny, those pieces that like so many people like, and you're like, why isn't this sold yet? But it's one of them. But this is along that way, and since I paid $5 for it, if it goes for 30, I'll be fine. Fashion Nova, I'm slightly ashamed that I picked up, because this is probably the first Fashion Nova piece I've ever bought on purpose. I had to think about it, but the style was just too great, so I grabbed it. This piece is a brand, and I don't think some of these resale places don't know the brand. Barbara Gerwitt. Barbara Gerwitt's a good resort brand. I sell these every time I pick them up in my closet, and I've paid up for them before and sold them for a decent price. This one I paid $3.50 for. It is a really cool, like just aqua and white with the green sleeve trim and like the V-neck tunic look to it. It's a little longer than a tunic, but it's basically a tunic style. It's a dress. It's a dress. A lot of their styles remind me of like Lily Pulitzer with less exciting fabrics, but these sell every time. And oddly, a lot of them sell to people that live in the state of Florida. So I think there must be something about the resorts down there, or people that just live there year round that kind of like this type of comfort dress. But I mean, I'm gonna get 35 bucks for this easy. Maybe a little more, who knows, but it's pristine, it feels nice, the fabric is good, it's gonna sell. Just from experience and brand knowledge. The next one I picked up, and I picked it up because I liked the way it looked at first before I looked at the tags. These pants. And then I looked at the tag, and they're the J. Crew toothpick. I'm like, oh, toothpick ankle in a 27. So it's a small size, but not a super small size. And I had it in my cart. So this is like all I was seeing at first, like all I looked at, because I'd put everything in my cart, and then I go back and look through it and decide what I want to keep. But then when I started getting down into it, like the nuts and bolts of it, it is a collab with the Liberty of London fabrics. And if anybody knows, their fabric collabs do so rifle paper, Liberty of London, a lot of this stuff does really well. And these are just fun and pretty, and I really want to get them up, hoping they'll go out for spring. I don't know what I'm going to get for them. I paid $5 for them. You know, 30 bucks, I'd be happy. Maybe a little bit more. They are just in really, really beautiful condition. They're listed as the toothpick, but they're not really a skinny style. They're more like a straight leg, but really nice, really nice. And I think the last one I'm going to do is going to be Bonobos. I ended up finding like 6 pair of men's Bonobos pants. They do okay. They used to do great. They do okay now, but these pants were each $2.50. They're all the same size. They're just different styles. And so what I decided to do with buying these, because they were so cheap, is I can sell them for 25 bucks and be happy. And that's a little less than kind of what they're going for now. But every pair of them was a slightly different style. So my hope, if I feature them in my listings, is to just say that I have others. They're all different colorways. They're all different cuts. They're all different styles. Just saying I have more and hoping to create a bundle deal. Because if someone likes their Bonobos, they're gonna find a ton of pants in my closet that they're just gonna love. Yeah, 6 pair of those. So just based on knowing the brand, quality men's brand, athletic wear type of pant, still doing okay. Not doing badly, but not doing as well as it once did. So, you know, sometimes you hear from resellers, oh, it's not selling as well, and we have this inclination not to pick it up. But because of the quantity of them that I found and the price that I paid for them, I thought it was a pretty stellar pickup on my part. So anyway, you may see that there's like a ton more stuff in this dining room, piles of stuff everywhere that I picked up from this sale. So it was a pretty good haul. Not my best haul from this place, but a pretty good haul. So there you have it, Amy, and anyone that's interested. There's 15 pieces, some peanut butter and jelly brands here for me, as well as some good bread and butters. Hope you learned something. If you did learn something, let me know that you learned something. Let me know you heard something new come out of my mouth that you hadn't heard before, because I enjoy hearing that. And with that, don't buy the soda. And I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a really thrifty day.